Most of our youths are not going to school, and there is no proper engagement in that.
Unveiling the truth.
Breaking news, stories unfold, LAVERITA news, truth to be told. In-depth reporting, facts shine bright. Stay informed, day and night. LAVERITA news, your trusted source. Unveiling the truth, of course. Current events in real time. LAVERITA news, always on your mind.
On LAVERITATV News, Kaduna State Governor warns against criminal activities in the state. Chinese national detained for aiding Boko Haram and ISWAP with drone supply. Very dark man shares visuals of burned bodies and houses of the Benue community. I am Kende Muhammad. Now the news in full.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall. Look up and you can get up. Foes want you down, Father wants you up. Full of your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the Most High elevate you.
Kaduna State Governor Ubasani has warned criminal gangs that his administration will not tolerate their activities in the state. Represented by the Deputy Governor Dr. Adiza Balarebe at the inauguration of a special task force in community policing and drug control in Kaduna on Wednesday, the governor vowed that those who threaten the lives and livelihood of citizens would face the full weight of the law. Balarebe expressed determination to rid Kaduna of illicit drugs and violent crime, noting that the state will not become a haven for criminal gangs. While our security agencies are making commendable progress in defeating insurgents and bandits in our rural areas, we are now witnessing a shift of violence into our urban centers. What we are beginning to experience amounts to a form of urban terrorism, and we should not allow it to take roots. We are not only determined to rid our state of violent crime and drugs, but we are also committed to making our streets, neighborhoods, and homes safe for everyone, she added. The Deputy Governor warned security personnel to avoid being compromised, emphasizing that this was a sacred duty deserving of full dedication and commitment. She also called on the public to cooperate with the task force by providing information that would heighten vigilance and their sense of civic responsibility. Balarebe advised citizens to report known or suspected hideouts of drug sellers and cartels, identify and report syndicates who snatch phones and other valuables, and expose buyers and dealers in stolen products. Our communities must reject a culture of silence. If you see something untoward in your neighborhood, please endeavor to say something. Security is a collective responsibility, and peace is a shared treasure that we must all protect, she said. The task force was charged to carry out its duties with honor, diligence, and a deep sense of responsibility to the people of Kaduna State. With the recent rise of criminal activities in strategic points of the state, which is Kaduna State, we are live at the Kawo Bridge to hear about the opinions of people on the possible cause of criminal activities in the state, especially in strategic points. And we'll also be getting the opinions of people on what could be the possible solutions of these criminal activities in the state. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Ali Musa Usman, and I'm staying in Rafungula.
So, with the advent of insecurity in strategic areas in Kaduna State, what do you think is actually the possible cause of these insecurities?
Well, I would say the first causes is the lack of education. There's no proper education, and that's caused the criminal actions that is happening there in Kaduna. So I would say it's lack of education actually. Most of our youths are not going to school, and there is no proper engagement in that. So that's it. Yes.
So, between after the death of that naval officer that was killed under the Kao Bridge, do you think the security measures have been taken possible cause of?
Well, I can say security measures have been taken actually, because if you come here around 9 p.m., that's in the night, you will not see people here because you just see security everywhere because they are trying their best actually. Yes.
So, as a good citizen of Kaduna State, what would you advise the government on the issue of insecurity and killings among the youths, especially the hoodlums?
Okay, in that case, I would say that Kaduna State government must take action in terms of taking the youth together with them. They should engage in education and employment, because that one is among the best, or among the number one that causes this problem. Youths don't have employment, they are jobless, so they are engaged in drugs. So if you are engaged in drugs, definitely you are out of your mind, you are out of control, so anything can happen. So I'm calling state government that should take action on this thing. Actually, that's my advice to the government.
So, thank you very much for your time. Good afternoon, ma. Ma, please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Ravi.
Okay. So, ma, with the issue of insecurity and strategic points in Kaduna State, what do you think could be the possible cause?
The possible thing is for the police to do their job very well,
Okay.
because all the time there are police here and all things like this used to happen. Like even it happened to me last week. They followed me on bike, about three of them.
Wow.
And if you check the whole of these places,
Yes.
there are police everywhere,
Yes.
not wearing uniform.
Yes.
And things like this is happening. I think they should do something.
Okay. So, ma, what would you like to tell governments on the issue of insecurity in strategic areas in Kaduna State?
What I will advise government is to make sure that there are securities everywhere, so that to avoid these things from happening. Because even we ourselves, we are scared.
Yes.
You can see me crossing my back too. So I'm even wearing slippers. I'm not the type of person that wear rubber shoes, but I have to wear in case I will have to run. So I believe I'm balanced. So government should do something about it.
Okay. So, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, ma. Thank you. The Nigerian military apprehended a Chinese national on suspicion of delivering drone operation support to the notorious Boko Haram and ISWAP insurgent groups in the northeast. Military intelligence indicates that the individual was allegedly assisting insurgents with advanced drone technology, which the groups have been deploying to target Nigerian troops and outposts in the Borno State region. Air Force airstrikes. In response to the arrest, the Nigerian Air Force launched a major precision airstrike targeting Boko Haram and ISWAP camp along the southern flank of the Lake Chad region in Borno. According to senior military sources, the operation resulted in scores of terrorists eliminated, with many fighters reportedly sent straight to hell, described as a major win in the fight against insurgency. The identity of the Chinese suspects remains undisclosed as investigation continues and diplomatic channels are consulted. The arrest has ignited public outrage with widespread calls on social media for transparency, accountability and swift justice. Though, many also praised the military's intensified counter-terrorist fight. This incident underscores concerns about external interference in Nigeria's security crisis and suggests terrorist groups are gaining high-tech capabilities, most notably through drones. The Air Force swift strike demonstrates Nigerian determination to swiftly target terror infrastructure and signal readiness to retaliate with force. With a Chinese national detained, Nigeria is poised to navigate sensitive bilateral relations with China while continuing its internal investigation. Social activist Vincent Otsei, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has shared a video showing the aftermath of Fulani herdsmen attack in Benue State. About 200 people have been killed in the north-central Nigerian town following an overnight attack, which occurred from late Friday night, June 15, into Saturday morning. The attack took place in Yelwata, a town in Benue State. Very Dark Man on Sunday, June 15, shared videos showing scores of burned bodies and destroyed homes. Protesters converged on the Wurukum Food Basket roundabout Makurdi as early as 8 a.m. to demand action over the alleged killing on Saturday in Yelwata. They were later joined by a social media influencer, Martin Osei, also known as Very Dark Man. One of the protesters, Solomon Amande, said Benue youths were angry at the deafening silence of President Bola Tinubu and the governor of Benue State, despite the killing of children, women, and the elderly. An attempt by the deputy governor of Benue State, Sam Ode, to address the protesters was resisted as they told him to tell the governor, Hyacint Alia, to come personally to address them. They were later confronted by armed policemen and soldiers who attempted to stop them, leading to an escalation and the use of tear gas at the protesters. Now to sports. Super Eagles of Nigeria to play an international friendly match with Portugal and Brazil in preparation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup coming later in the year. The Super Eagles head coach, Eric Chell, has requested for high-power friendly matches with football powerhouse Portugal and Brazil. This is to prepare the Super Eagles for their upcoming qualifying matches. The Club World Cup going on in the US. The expanded FIFA Club World Cup currently going on Wednesday in the US with 32 teams participating. Follow LAVERITA Sports Show for more updates. Now the recap of the headlines. Kaduna State Governor warns against criminal activities in the state. Chinese national detained for aiding Boko Haram and ISWAP with drone supply. Very Dark Man shares visuals of burned bodies and houses of the Benue community. For our upcoming Adekunle Komolafe table tennis competition coming up this year in October. To participate, you can visit our website on www.laveritatv.productions.com.
9 states, one day. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation presents table tennis competition coming up in the city of Kano, Nasarawa, Kogi, Ekiti, Niger, Benue, Lagos, and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). Finals comes up in the city of Kaduna. Amounts to be won: first place 15 million naira, second place 10 million naira, third place 5 million naira. Registration begins on the 5th of June 2025. To register, log in to LAVERITATVProductions.com. For sponsorship, partnership, and advert placement, please call Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition. Smash your way to victory.
For our hotels and hospitality management, you can visit us at www.laveritahotels.com. And you can follow us on all our social media handles. On X is LAVERITATV Ltd. On Instagram is LAVERITATV Ltd. On YouTube is LAVERITATV Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle, Adekunle Komolafe Foundation TV. That's the news on LAVERITA TV. I am Kende Mohammed.
Unveiling the truth. Breaking news, stories unfold. LAVERITA News, truth to be told. In-depth reporting, facts shine bright. Stay informed, day and night. LAVERITA News, your trusted source. Unveiling the truth, of course. Current events in real time. LAVERITA News, always on your